It doesn't have to even go to court to become a pain in the ass for either of them. It just has to, all they have to do is just spend a lot of time working with their attorneys to either find a way to settle this through arbitration or through going to court.
That's assuming that Gerard's paying, because
he is paying. You've got to pay for your lawyer.
Let me finish now.
Okay.
I did consult an attorney on this matter, and in that case, the attorney actually said, well, there's no reason for Gerard to pay a dime. In fact, he should probably add into his stuff that since Greg was the one that took him to court, that he immediately sued Greg for legal fees, and all of that stuff, and basically put that on Greg. And unfortunately, the bottom line is that
that's a countersuit, and that would be something. Fuck.
But in this case, I would actually dare say I think the law's on Gerard's side. The judge is going to look them in the eye and go, you really should have had this on paper, but you didn't, and so this is how this is going to go.
Yeah, but that's still going to take time. We've said it before, lawsuits God fucking damn it, I hate stupid bottomless pits everywhere. Stupid
Death
fucking
spikes.
It's the death spikes, fucking Mega Man shit. Can you believe this shit, man?
Can we blame this all on Greg and Gerard?
Yeah.
Can we, okay.
Adam's kind of in the, Adam told me his thoughts off screen long before this. Mm-hmm. I'm more on the side of Gerard, even though I would love to see Gerard take the bastard to court and fight it tooth and nail. I gotta say, it's probably just easier for him to remake the episodes. Do I already have the power up?
Okay, then at that point, I don't want to hear about him going to the hospital, because he's going to the hospital. Because he's literally, his schedule right now kills him.
I'm concerned for it too. Like that, maybe this is gonna take a toll on his health, but I like to think that he has considered it. He has weighed what needs to be done, how much needs to be done.
Yeah.
And he will do that accordingly.
But now you have to account for that in the schedule, and I just don't see that ending well for Gerard. I don't see it, now that I've been kind of in that seat now, I don't see that ending well.
Okay.
But anyway, to sum up my viewpoints on the matter, all this has happened.
No, I don't have the friggin' boots.
And,
I am so lost here. Okay.
So, to sum up my opinion, I'm so... all of this bullcrap that has happened around the whole deal has colored my viewpoint of the product. And it's made it so that, I even tried to go back and watch some of the old episodes that I loved dearly, and I couldn't find them funny. And it was simply because every time those jokes would come up, the thought of Greg's venom on Twitter would come up in my mind, or Gerard trying to be peaceful, but at the same time, literally going out of his way to kill himself to account for this. And so I ultimately made the decision that I'm washing my hands of the product entirely. Well, not entirely. Okay, entirely is is an absolute. I'm not washing it entirely, but I have made the decision in my vacation that I am no longer subscribed to That One Video Gamer, Gerard's personal website, That One Video website, or the personal channel. I'm no longer subscribed to that, and I'm also no longer subscribed to Super Beard Bros. If I just so happen to come across a new completionist video, I'm not saying I won't watch it, but I'm definitely not looking at that product the same way again. And that's probably the saddest part of this whole thing, is I used to really enjoy this, so much so that I recommended the completionist to Alex.
And yeah, he made me a fan.
Yeah, and I made you a fan, but this whole thing has just colored the product for me. And so I just decided, if I just so happen to come across an episode, I'll watch it, and I'll see whether or not I like it. If it's of a game that I want in particular, then I'll watch it. But I'm no longer supporting the product. I'll give them my view, but I'm not subscribed to them anymore. And for the people who have also asked, does this include the decks? I'm still subscribed to the decks, because I like Alex, and I also like Pokekells. And even though Gerard is in more of a producer/director role in that one, I like what they do enough that I don't think this whole thing colors that product for me. So I'm still subscribed to the decks, and I think I've even told you, I'll watch the Sonic Adventure Super Beard Bros just to see what they did and how they copyrighted us.
Yeah, because I said because watching them play Sonic Adventure, I feel like it's like watching us when we argue about Sonic.
Yeah.
Because, Gerard's all about, I like this game. I still like the game, even though... And Alex is like, dude, this game's not very good anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of lost in here right now.
Are we trying to find the weapon in here?
Yeah, I gotta find the item, but I'm seriously can't
Are
remember.
they boots? Because I thought I heard you say boots.
Yeah, they're boots. We're gonna find Risky's boots.
Okay.
Ow,
So yeah,
fire.
that's my viewpoint on the whole future of the completionist. I'm not following it anymore. If I just so happen to come across those in my YouTube feed, great. But I'm not subscribing to the product anymore. The other thing too that somebody caught on not my Twitter but on my Facebook.
That's the map.
And I'm here to confirm it. I'm also not following Dako anymore. And I was subscribed to Dako. Why am I not subscribed to Dako? Dako's a good guy, but he recently put up a audiobook of the 2 Freddy's books. And I get it, he's a Five Nights at Freddy's channel. I get that whole concept. But there already exists an audiobook of both of those books. And that means somebody went out of their way and got paid to read these books. Okay? Now, let me just pose this question here. Which would you rather do, Alex? Pay 20, 30, maybe even 40 bucks to listen to a professional who has worked their butt off to do this audiobook, or listen to it for free on YouTube?
Yeah, I'd probably listen
Just because
to it
it's a
for free.
fanboy. It's a member of the fan community.
Yeah, I probably would actually go with the free version, especially if it was a person I followed.
And for me, who is a voice actor and wants to be able to get that kind of a payment for my hard work, and I feel I deserve it if I've worked my butt off to give you that, I don't like the fact that Dako has made this other way available and basically screwed people out of... Because all they have to do is wait for the... He only put up chapter 1. All you got to do is... He's already said he's doing the rest of the book. So all you have to do is wait for the chapters until he puts them up. So at that point, I actually unsubscribed to Dako. Or at least I think I have. I won't make sure, but I am unsubscribing to Dako because you are literally taking money out of somebody's pocket when you do that. I know that you're a fan, and I know that a lot of people are going to say I'm being harsh, but the bottom line is that somebody just did hours and hours of work. Do you guys understand how much time and effort goes into an audiobook? Dako understands. He's doing one. And you're taking money out of that person's pocket, in my opinion. So, no, I'm officially done. I will follow my FNAF news some other way. So, there you go. How many people have I pissed off now?
A lot.
The FNAF community, the completionist community is probably going to lash out at me.
Yeah, I already am. Damn you.
Sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't watch completionist videos, but I'm not subscribing to the process anymore. It's not like I was giving him my money on Patreon, you know?
Yeah.
I was subscribing and showing my support.
I was a patron to the decks for a while, but not anymore.
Yeah, I've actually changed a lot of my Patreon as well. In particular, for the longest time I had Jordan Underneath and Brutal Static as somebody I supported on Patreon. And you know who Jordan Underneath is because I've shown you a few of his videos, I think. He does a lot of horror game reviews, or he used to.
Right.
And then Brutal Static was part of the WoW community. And I actually changed out and went to go support other people simply because Jordan has decided to take his channel in a weird...
Oh, I had a key. God damn it. I was like, I couldn't... I thought I needed an item still, but I had a key to get through to the next area. I'm sorry, guys. Boy, I'm out of it today.
Yes.
Probably because it's Monday, so of course...
Monday, and we haven't been doing this in a while. So... I stopped supporting him because he actually took his channel in a new direction. Oh, hi. Hi, baby girl.
Hello, we got a guest.
We do. It's Drak.
Hi.
Hi.
She's got a big old grin on her face. She's so cute. She's so cute.
Come here.
So
how does it feel to be a baby girl? Now that she's in front of the mic, she shut up. She is like, I'm not talking. I'm.
There she goes.
Ah, there we go. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to.
Come on, go with
trigger yours
mommy.
like that.
Mommy will play with you.
Aww.
Oh.
Mom, it looks like baby girl wanted to be in here.
Well, I guess that's good. She wants to be with Daddy.
She does.
So sweet.
I'm just not sure how I feel about her being on the internet yet.
Yeah, she's pretty young still.
Yeah. Okay, cover for me really quick. I'm gonna make sure that she doesn't get back in.
Okay. All right, everybody. How you doing out there on the
Talk
YouTube?
about how much of a hater I am.
I've already established that Adam is still a hater. He still hates everything. And he and the channel, I Hate Everything, should really get together and go bowling until they reminisce about how much they hate bowling.
Should we start a sewing circle?
Okay, if the bowling doesn't work out, start a sewing circle.
Okay, cool. All right. Channel, I Hate Everything. Let's get together and we'll figure that out. Maybe I'll bring you on the Why We Geek podcast and we'll talk about why we hate everything.
Then it'll be
hatred is indeed a passion.
And then he'll be I Hate Podcasts.
Yeah, there you go.
I love I Hate Everything. He's fun.
I'll need to watch him because
we have talked about him a couple times on the podcast.
I mean, the last recommendation you gave me was Alpha Omega Sin, so I can't get any better or worse than that.
I don't think I've ever recommended. I think you already kind of disliked him. Shit.
I'd seen a few videos, but I remember you talking about a video that he did positively, and
I've talked about.
I was indifferent towards that video. I remember that.
I've talked about a few of his videos, like either because it's an opinion that I share or something. It's usually been on like YouTube stuff or something.
Yeah. Anyway,
maybe
so what are we talking about? Yeah. So I apparently hate everybody, and you all should kneel down before me and kiss my ring and show that I am the one true ruler of them all. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So there you go. If people want to talk to me like on Twitter and get my honest opinions and maybe even dispute them, you're more than welcome to, but I've had 2.5 weeks, guys. I've pretty much made my call. And this is just how I've decided to handle things. And before people get mad at me, guys, my unsubscribing to Gerard is not going to affect him in the slightest. I am one guy of hundreds of thousands that subscribe to him.
Including myself.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm doing this more out of a moral aspect, is that I do not find his product entertaining anymore, and part of it is simply because of all of this bullcrap that's happening.
We've obtained Risky's boots. While running forward, press the Y button when Shantae begins to glow.
Oh no, are you serious?
That's right.
She gets a shine spark! That's amazing! Or, no, this would be... Oh, what's it actually called? I think it's just the speed boost? Yeah, speed booster. So this is basically Metroid Speed Booster. Can you actually go up with it?
What do you mean go up?
Can you, like, start up the speed booster and then immediately go up? Like, just jump up?
Yeah, you can kind of jump.
Like, straight up?
Not straight up.
Okay,
but...
so there is a shine spark here, but... Yeah, this is the speed booster. So, let's get on to more positive things before people get mad at me.
You have an anime update?
I have an anime update. Alex is so happy about this, but I have kind of a weird anime update that I want to bring up too. Should I start with that or should I start with the Gundam?
Start the weird one.
Okay. So, Alex has given me plenty of crap over the years that me and Slice of Life have this love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Where sometimes I love it, like with Fruits Basket, but then there are times like K-On! Where I can't get into it.
Fuck.
You'll be happy to know that I've you know, we're usually in those conversations I bring up, you know, shonen or action anime.
Yeah.
I had a weird occurrence happen during my vacation where I was watching a shonen that did some slice of life stuff, and I liked it more than the community did.
Because it was probably a filler episode.
It was, but to me it was cute and it was endearing. And in particular, it was from Boruto Naruto Next Generation.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you know what I'm about to talk about, or?
I don't know the episode, but I know what Boruto is.
So Boruto Naruto Next Generations, for those who don't know what it is, you've seen Naruto, this is the part 3 of it. Where part 1 is Naruto as a kid, part 2 is Shippuden, which is Naruto as an adult, and part 3 is Boruto, which is Naruto's kid. They recently did episodes that were not only filler, but leading into a manga arc called Naruto Gaiden, I think is what it's called. Basically going into the origins of Sarada Uchiha. But the first thing I want to talk about is the filler episode, because apparently I was not supposed to like it according to the community, and I loved it. The episode in particular was called A Day in the Life of the Uzumaki Family.
Okay.
Okay? What this was basically supposed to do is, it was not only going to cover a anime adaptation that happened somewhere, but I'm not sure where, and bring people up to speed on that, but also it wanted to give, like, a slice of life feel to the Uzumaki family, which is Naruto's family. The first thing they did was they covered the animation called The Day Naruto Became Hokage, which I've seen on YouTube, subbed. I don't know if there was ever a dub of it, but I've never seen it all the way through, because you can't, like, it's YouTube, so they can only show clips of it.
Right.
And this one actually showed, like, the full aspect of it and subbed it. And I loved it, because basically what happens is, the day that Naruto becomes Hokage, which is his lifelong goal throughout the whole thing, he doesn't, circumstances don't come out in his favor, and he doesn't get to attend his coronation to become Hokage.
Right.
Basically what happens was he's, on his way to go to the ceremony, and his son and daughter, so he has a son named Boruto and a daughter named Himawari, and the daughter is the younger one, and she wanted to take a teddy bear to the ceremony.
Okay.
And Boruto was saying no, because eventually, like, she'll get tired of holding it and she'll make Boruto hold it. So he was saying no, let's just leave it here, which eventually ends in a tug-of-war. And you know how those usually end up, right?
Yes.
This bear is gonna get ripped in half. And somebody's gonna be mad about it. Now, normally, the little girl would cry, right?
Right.
That's how that would go. Except, Himawari is a daughter of Naruto Uzumaki and Hinata Hyuga of the Hyuga clan.
Shit.
Which
Right.
means during times of great stress, a particular... So, if I say the term Sharingan, do you know what that is?
No, not really.
Okay, have you ever seen an image of Sasuke Uchiha where his eyes turn red and all that?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to explain this a little bit. There are particular clans in the Naruto universe that have what's called dojutsu, which is a specific ability that happens with their eyes. In Sasuke's case, he basically makes him God. Because eventually it can evolve and get better. In Hinata Hyuga's case, they have what's called the Byakugan, which is, it provides X-ray vision because it allows them to see their chakra network, so they can actually attack your chakra network and make your innards all effed up.
Right.
And on top of that, it gives them sight beyond sight. You know, like it lets them see in a almost complete 360-degree angle, except for a tiny little spot just above the nape of their neck. Okay?
Fine. Right.
Tearing this teddy bear apart activates Himawari's latent Byakugan.
Okay.
Which means now she is capable of using the very same martial arts that we've literally seen people almost die from. And she now has Boruto in her sights. And is going to kill him, because I guess the first time you activate the Byakugan, you're not hindered by it. Like, your inhibition is not there. So Naruto steps in, he sees what's happened, like her Byakugan has activated, and he steps in and gets a gentle fist to the nuts.
Oh, wow.
And this gentle fist ability is so powerful, it knocks you out for an entire day.
Okay.
So he literally missed his coronation to become Hokage, and he had to have a friend step in and be him.
Oh my god.
Via transformation. So it was actually a really funny moment because not only that, but Himawari as a activated Byakugan is kind of like a serial killer. There's actual points where Boruto is hiding around the house and is very scared, and then you'll get this big brother.
Okay.
And the whole thing ends with her finding him in a closet, peeing his pants, like he's really scared, and she closes the door, and all of a sudden you hear this kind of thing. So we had that. That was like the first little bit because Himawari has actually got a cold. And then we get to have a couple of really heartfelt moments with Boruto and Naruto, because Naruto takes Boruto to his favorite ramen place, which is now like a McDonald's at this point because of the fact the 7th Hokage eats there.
Right.
But we get to have like these. It's kind of like the Simpsons Day in the Life of Springfield, where
Right.
you get to have all these cool moments. And then we get into the Naruto Gaiden, which goes into Sasuke's daughter, Sarada, who anybody like me who is making an assumption, like we know who Sasuke's mother is. Apparently they did a whole storyline of that there's a possibility Sakura is not Sarada's mom. It could actually be Karin, another woman named Karin.
Okay.
And so they did this whole plot line, and people have been getting mad, just mad, that they did this plot line, plus they did that slice of life filler. And I'm just not there. I actually enjoyed those episodes more than I have enjoyed the episodes leading into them. Like the episodes that came before this point, because it's like episode 17 on.
That was dumb.
So everything before that I wasn't really enjoying, and I actually started not watching.
Shit. This is a really hard moment. Keep
That's
going.
fine. And so at that point, like, I've been enjoying the heck out of these slice of life moments more than I have the action portion of this anime. So that was the thing I wanted to share, is like, for as much as Alex gives me crap about not liking slice of life, here you go. I like when they did this, because it was very family oriented. And yeah, that's my outside of it update for people who can get mad at me for it, I guess. Gundam update. So I have officially finished. Well, I already told people this. I finished 0080 and F91, Formula 91.
Formula 91.
And I've officially started, and this one I was excited for because I got to watch it a little bit on Adult Swim before it went to weeknights, was Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. So this is another, I want to call it an OVA, but it's pretty long for an OVA. It classifies itself as an OVA, but it's like 13 episodes long.
Yeah.
So I'm already surprised by that, 'cause
yeah.
that's like a mini series right there in anime standards. And I've already gotten about a third into it, and I'm just gonna bring people as up to speed as I can on it, because a lot of people don't like it when I discuss the plot.
Damn it.
0083 is just after the 0079 war has ended, so that's the war with Amuro and Char. And it follows two protagonists, one on Zeon and one on the Earth Federation side, and kind of what they were doing at that point. Like, the Zeon pilot is technically the villain.
Shit. Right.
The Zeon pilot is technically the villain, but, you know, they do a lot of stuff to make you empathize with him. So I'm just going to introduce the characters.
I just went back.
The first is the Zeon pilot, which is Annabelle Gato, who is also known as the Nightmare of Solomon. So this guy's got a legit kill record, and I actually found it funny that you follow a lot of rookie pilots, and this guy was actually on their graduation exam. So you had to know who this guy was. And yet, when he infiltrated their base, he didn't know who they were, or they didn't know who he was. But I'm sure he wasn't. They weren't shown a picture ID. And then the second is the actual protagonist of the show, which is called Ensign Ko Uraki. And he's our designated Gundam pilot.
Right.
But the way that the series goes is that we're in peacetime, but there are splinter factions of Xeon that want to start up the war again.